What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going and picking up a jet boat. Yep, that's right, a jet boat. So hopefully me and the family can have some fun this summer out on the water. Now this boat does have electrical issues and there's an engine that is all scraped up on the inside, so it probably got hot and scored the cylinder walls, aka a junk motor. But of course, we're bringing our borescope and tools to go and check it out to make sure we get a fair price. We'll see you there. Well, this was a beautiful purchase. We found an engine for the Yamaha boat, but first I'm bringing my borescope and a spark plug socket so I can scope those cylinders, make sure I'm not getting scammed. Now off to go and find an engine. I found a used motor for this Yamaha jet boat about an hour and 30 minutes away. They are surprisingly hard to find, and this guy only wants $850 for this one. So if we borescope it and it's all good, we got $850 for him right here. You guys will see in a second if this motor's any good. Cylinders look good. Now we're gonna pick it up. Sucker was actually pretty light. We got it in the back of the van. Decent. Spins over really nicely. It's got good compression as well. It's got 150 on each cylinder, which is fantastic. We've just got it bolted down on each side. It's a little wobbly, but won't be going fast. Now to head home. I borescoped all the cylinders. They looked good. There was only a tiny scratch on one of the last cylinders. I think that's on the port side. So other than that, everything looks great. I'm really happy with this motor. The engine was out of a hull damaged jet ski wave runner, which uses the exact same motor. Great compression. This thing looks a little crusty, but it is super nice. I'm guessing this is the drive shaft, and just turning this over, there's a ton of compression. We've got our Yamaha engine number on the block as well, a ground cable, a hook for an engine lift to lift this sucker out of the jet ski or jet boat like I have, and it even came with engine mounts on two of the sides. Front one is broken and there's one missing on this side. Now the guy told me that this came out of a 2000 Wave Runner jet ski. It had hull damage, so it was completely toast, but maybe the engine mount on the front here had some damage due to the hull impact. Anyway, a phenomenal find. I'm excited to get this engine into the Yamaha Exciter. The garage is open. Time to bring the boat in. we're in the shop with the little bro on the boat. We have the engine cover off, just checking everything out right now. They left the battery disconnected, so we're gonna quickly connect these to the battery. Then we're gonna put in these keys and just see if anything lights up on the dash. We have a bunch of junk in the back here, and these things are seized. I cannot get them loose.
See the water splashes around.
We gotta figure out how to get these out though. So do you know what this saying is? What do you think this means?
I don't know.
Think about it. What color is the boat?
Blue by blue.
Blue by you. Yamaha, blue by you. Makes sense, right?
Sure.
This is an AC Delco battery. You can see the battery life, green, black, and white. When you look down that hole, it's green. So we got a good battery. Now, you might be wondering, why is there 2 keys? Well, there is 2 ignitions. One key is for the left engine, one key is for the right engine. We got a shoes off policy in this boat. We've got one key, put that in there. The left key, L for the left engine, we'll put that in there. Let's see what happens if we turn it on. Wait a minute, it was on start. Oh, got a light on. What about this? Oh, I heard something. Okay, so both of these keys are on and the light is on this little fuel gauge. Now there's also a radio. Got our transmission right here, forward, neutral, reverse. The throttle thrusters for the engines. There's also a fuel turn on for the right engine and the left engine. So we'll turn those on, and a choke as well. Oh, interesting. But we know there's damage to the engine, so I'm gonna just turn these off, and we're not gonna try to start it. It would be cool, but unfortunately we know we need to do some work first. Turn that off, turn that off. We have ACC, lights, horn, music, windshield wipers. What? I don't know what that is. Is that a... Oh, that's the bilge pump. It's a boat, and then it has water at the bottom. Then we have a fan as well. I don't know what that is. Dude, there's some funky buttons on this thing. We have both of our gauges, and the mechanic who looked at this before I bought it said that these gauges were not working. We are gonna take this whole shell off and replace these gauges, but first, the engine is our first priority. In order to pull this engine out, you have to lift up this massive cover on the top, but it only stops right about there. So little bro's gonna get in here, he's gonna hold it, and we're gonna take the bolts off of the hinges on both sides, and then I'm gonna do all 4 screws at the rear and lift this whole thing off as one piece. Already doing our first little bit of fixing on the boat. This hinge was a little bit loose, so we're tightening up the screws that are holding it in. Yeah, not loose no more. Close it up. Perfect. First fix done. Right here we have our oil container, which on these older boats injects oil directly into the carburetor, lubing the cylinder, which is definitely an older design, and obviously no one uses that anymore. Now with the back hatch off, we have way more room to access all of the engine stuff. But I also noticed, look at what's in the engine. That is a pool of oil down there underneath both of the engines, so we're gonna have to clean that out, unfortunately. I'm going to disassemble the damaged engine inside of this boat, figure out how everything goes, because I didn't find very many videos online. And once we're able to get all of that stuff off and cleaned up, I'll be able to install our new motor, which is in good condition, and hopefully we can start it up. Well, we have disconnected just about everything, including all of the wires coming from the big junction box back there. And you might be wondering how we disconnected from the jet drive. Well, with all of the engine bolts out, you just slide it back and it is able to be lifted out of here. The oil pump and
Bro, there's so much clumps. That is so disgusting.
so what could we be doing wrong? Disassembling both sides of the carburetor, and I have absolutely no idea what I'm looking at.
See smoke going out the back. That's all I can see.
You can?
Yeah.